Okay, I think we are ready to have a good conversation today, and I can guarantee you that tonight will be most definitely one of the greatest show that I have done so far, and it's a topic that is dear to my heart. Nap salut tout le monde. Today's show will be in English, and gen kek ti pati ke nap mette Creole là-dedans pour moun ki pale Creole yo, but I am truly honored and excited to bring my guests today to talk about life, to talk about motivation, to inspire you, uh, because we truly need that in our community. And today is the day, and today is a great moment, great opportunity for you to understand your true self, for you to understand who you are. If you don't know, my name is James Pierre. I'll be serving as the host of today conversation, and again, like I said, today is a day where we talk about the mind, your body, the connection, who you are. A lot of you, when I host several sessions here on social media, you asking me the question, who am I? How can I know about my energy? How can I figure out how to be successful in life? So we want to talk about that. We want to talk about the true self. We want to talk about the mind. We want to talk about the body, the connection. Et takou jam di nou, konversasyon sa nap switch li en anglais et en créole parce que gen pile moun jodi a k'ap gade nou qui pa parler créole, qui parle seulement anglais et gen pile tout qui parle seulement créole, peut-être qui pas comprendre et anglais, gen qui parle anglais pas comprendre créole. So we'll be going back and forth here and there. Without further ado, let me introduce our guest for tonight, someone that is dear to me. Matter of fact, we are sharing the same last name. I'm talking about Dr. Ermion Pierre. She's a public health scientist, registered nurse, and professional coach in the field of energy medicine, training various alternative therapies. She will tell us about that. Of course, Dr. Pierre is the founder of the Essentia Center for Integrative Health, which takes a holistic approach to health and healing. In her previous role as a program manager, she worked tirelessly to develop and implement policy systems and environmental strategies to address mental health and behavioral issues at the community and state level. Dr. Pierre taught youth and adults how to change their behaviors, manage their pain, process, grieve, and of course, relieve their anxiety, depression, and fear. Most of the time in our community, we are scared to talk about depression. We are scared to talk about our fears. We are scared to talk about anxiety. And what an honor today to do so. For that reason, let's welcome Dr. Pierre with us tonight. Dr. Pierre, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you, Mr. Pierre, to have me. It's a pleasure for me to have that conversation tonight with our friends on Facebook, on YouTube, and everybody who is interested to understand exactly what the book is about. Thank you again.
Of course, it's truly an honor bringing the on the screen for our viewers to understand what we're talking about. This is a very high conversation we are having tonight. I'm excited. Mind, body connection, how to connect to that. First, the first question I will ask you, if you can tell us a little bit about the inspiration, where that coming from for you to say, okay, now this is the time to write a book that I can predict that will be a best-selling book around the whole country to talk about the connection which between the mind, body, as a matter of fact, the soul as well.
Yeah, the spirit. Thank you very much. This is a very interesting question. Talking about the inspiration for the book, you know, required me to talk about my experience during the 2010 earthquake in Haiti. In fact, I went to Haiti for vacation, and I was there with family members, like enjoying my time. Then 2 days before my vacation was ended, I got caught in the terrible, horrible earthquake that struck Haiti.
We are
Then
referring to the earthquake in 2010,
10,
January
2010.
10. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And I went through a roller coaster of, challenges, emotions, pain, suffering. It was a lot for me to deal with, to digest. Then I did everything that I needed to do in order for me to come out of that experience and reclaim my life again. Then it was in that perspective, then after I was completely healed, and I feel like I was empowered enough after many experience, and I said, let me share my story with people in my community, with people in the world, with friends, family, because I'm a very private person. There are people who were like my friend, but didn't really know what I was going through. Then I decided to
Yeah.
put that on paper and share.
I have to tell our viewers that your book is sharing around the world. It's, of course, you are Haitian, and that's why we are conducting the first part of that interview in English, because that particular book that I'm holding right here, and I have my favorite copy as well. Thank you so much, Dr. Pierre, for that copy. Is such
Mhm.
a powerful tool to show us as African American, us as Haitian, us as educated as we are, that we are
Mhm.
also capable of sharing our stories to the world. If you allow me, Dr. Pierre, I would like to read literally like the first couple sentences of the book, of the introduction.
Definitely,
and
definitely.
and I have to tell the audience that caught me so deeply. I was in the airplane and reading the book, and get ready for it. And it says, in the blink of an eye, my entire world flipped upside down, and a part of me was lost forever. It happened so fast that I only reconstructed the images of the incident afterward. Piece by piece, the house crumbled so rapidly that I found myself half buried under a pile of rubble. I screamed at the top of my lungs. I was trapped, buried under the rubble, laying in the dark. I thought the world was ended. That particular part of the book, how you're starting it, you are taking your viewers, you are taking your readers right in spot. And so many times in life, whether men or women, we feel trapped.
Yes.
Why you choose that particular method?
I think that most of the time we went to trauma. We experience trauma, all type of trauma, but we do not really convey the message. We don't have words to
Mm,
convey the message because sometimes we shut our mind down, our body is shut down, and we cannot allow ourselves to to put ourselves back in the situation and find the word that explain, find the word that convey what we went through, the emotions, the psychological aspect of it. Then I wanted to, you know, take my time. I didn't rush into the process. I spent like 13 years, to get distance, to get my distance with the event and
yeah.
heal myself in order for me to be able to get back and review everything and find the correct word to explain to people how it was for me, how I experienced it at that time.
Wow. I felt that it was a very uh, difficult process because mentally you had to be ready to take yourself back to that moment. Terrible earthquake in Haiti.
Yeah.
I covered that earthquake. I did a report about it on national TV, And still, so many people are living with that nightmare, if I can call it this way, right? So
Mhm.
you talk about the process. I wanted you to explain some of the challenges, that mental challenges that you had to face while writing the book.
Oh my God, it was a roller coaster of emotions. And I spent, I remember the first day, I sat down and wanted to write the introduction. I couldn't. And
Wow.
I felt like my body was warm, my body was cold, I was like shaking, and there was an array of emotions crossing my mind and body. And I spent 1 month trying every night to sit on my desk and to find words. I couldn't. Then I said, let me work back and let me process the feelings that I am feeling again in order for me to feel, to find a place of peace and to have control over those emotions. Then I have done that. Then, when I was at the point where I could have really processed those emotions and I feel empowered again, and I started writing. But it was
Wow.
very, very difficult for me to go back,
Yeah.
go back to
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
I'm strongly encouraging our viewers, if you're watching around the world, your comments are very welcome that we will post on screen as well. And to all our viewers, if you speak only Creole, we're probably switching a little bit later
Yeah.
to Creole for
Very
our
true.
viewers as well. There are parts that I really enjoy about your book. If you go to page 19, should I tell our viewers as well? It's not a very complicated book. You can easily read that in a day if you want, or two. 79 pages. But get ready emotionally for that book, because you are also sharing some regrets inside the book, right? So
Yeah,
page
yeah,
19, you say, Dr. Pierre, to this day, I regret missing a couple of great opportunities to laugh.
yes,
My daughter's graduation from college is the biggest one. Of course, I was in attendance, but I couldn't experience even a moment of joy for her achievement. Things didn't make sense to me at that time. A lot of times in life, we are not laughing enough. I'm trying to make people laugh as much as I can, but thank you for that reminder.
yes,
We are feeling that we are not really, we living, like you say, you were there. You
yes.
are the attendance, but you are not enjoying the moment. Explain to our viewers why you feel it was so important to share that piece of you wanting to laugh, of you wanting to enjoy life.
You know, all of us went through difficult moments.
Mm,
Each of us, or many of us, process what we went through differently. For some people, some very stressful event, life events, have a disruptive impact.
mm,
It's like you lose yourself for certain time. You don't know who you are. You cannot connect with your environment. We do not experience pleasure. We do not experience any kind of emotional connection with anything around us and anyone in our life. When that happens, we feel so miserable, but we don't know exactly how to proceed. But we try so hard to put a brave face and make believe that we are happy. Then when my daughter graduation, I only have one daughter, my unique daughter. It could have been an exciting moment for me. I was looking forward to that. Then the earthquake happened, and she was also in the earthquake, but thank God she didn't have anything happen to her. But she
Mm.
pursued to go for graduation. Then it was something that I was waiting for, and I wanted to celebrate. And there we are. She's graduating, summa cum laude, and I cannot even, I couldn't even be proud. I couldn't even celebrate that. And I was in my picture until today. I'm looking at that picture and I'm like, oh my God. I make a face like showing people my
Yeah.
teeth, but I couldn't laugh. I couldn't laugh. It was hard.
Wow.
I was
That,
shattered.
no, go ahead. Go ahead, doctor.
No, I was shattered. I was shattered. My emotion was closed. I couldn't get access to joy, to happiness, to anything.
I am so honored that you share that piece of you because we are living in a society, in a community, the Haitian community or African American community, where we are scared to share depression.
Mhm,
We are scared to talk about the tough times that we are dealing with, especially women, right?
mhm.
We are giving faces. We may be giving a smiley face, but deep
Yes.
inside, we are crying a river. And you share that moment to express this is a no good moment. This is what I regret. And you talk about it inside of your book. If you can go, since I know that you also does alternative medicine,
Mhm,
specifically, energy healing to get
mhm.
your health back. If you can talk about that process, maybe that would help some of our viewers to understand how to turn a bad energy into something positive that can serve as a fuel for you to be successful in life.
You know, I'm a trained a nurse, trained public health a professional. Then, when I was going through the stage I was in, I was able to notice the gap that existed in the way the healthcare system delivered care to us. I'm grateful for, I mentioned that in the book, for any acute situation where we are in, the healthcare system is equipped to help us. But where I think that there is a gap is the mental health situation and the chronic diseases. Whenever I went to my primary care or anyone I was seeing, I didn't feel like there was an interest to see me as a whole person. They wanted to treat the symptom that I had, the physical symptom that I had.
Mm,
But deep inside, I was dying. I was desperate to find someone who could see me, see the person that cannot be touched, see my soul, see my spirit. Then whenever I ask, I have that conversation, it was most likely the conversation was turned into a medicalized approach.
mhm.
Then I didn't like it. I didn't feel, and I started having some kind of taking some medication, and I felt like I was going faster, you know,
Wow.
to the drain. Then I decided. I said, no, let me do something else because I remember back in nursing school, I used to use the therapeutic touch and with my instructor. And whenever I was assigned to a patient, I use my hand to help them, just send some energy. And then the people, most of the time, my clients, they have like good feedback and they felt good about it. And I said, why not using that for me? And I started doing it. And while I was doing, and I feel like there was some kind of, amelioration, and wanted to go further, and started studying, started, you know, um, attending seminars, buying books, reading on things, and I become more proficient in energy healing, understanding how to use it for myself. I
Interesting.
did, yes, I developed a plan and started reading, most importantly at that time, started reading Dr. Deepak Chopra and understand how energy, the quantum doctor, understand the impact of energy and the connection of our mind and our thoughts and the emotion that we have and we feel, and also in how our brain respond and our mind respond to those emotions. Started understanding the waves, brain waves, and how they allow us to be ourselves or not ourselves. When I feel panic, to understand exactly where my brain was and what kind of waves were riding me, those things. And I'm like,
Yes.
wow, I discover a different world. And I need to really dive into it in order for me to eh, um, get well again. Then, trials and errors, I applied. Sometimes I was not successful. Other times I was successful. And I became really steady in implementing what I was learning.
Wow.
Then, progressively, I said that in my book, 6 months within the time that I was giving to myself to get back again, I had my haha moment. I started to feel calmer. I didn't feel like there was anything in my environment wanted to kill me, who
Hmm.
take me out, to take my soul. Because I have to tell you, Mr. Pierre, when your mind is not healthy, when your brain is not healthy, you feel that you are nobody. You can be anything because you are not in connection with who you really are, your divine you. The spark is lost, and someone may be talking about something that is not even relevant to yourself. You capture it and you
Yeah.
take that it's this thing is for me, this thing is part of me. Anything, any situation works you and
Wow.
take you to the edge. Then when I started clearing the blockages and working on the connection between my mind and body, it was a different world. I started, having my smile again, and I started being myself again. You can see in the college that you have done the pictures. Some of the pictures, people who knew me for many years, I've seen some names down the screen earlier. People who have known me, they would never recognize me at that time
Yeah.
because I become someone else. And when you see my face, I'm not the same person.
Yes, I can tell. I will tell our
Yeah.
viewers is that Dr. Pierre, if you allow me, let me say a big
Yeah.
shout out to another writer that is now watching us as well, Joanne Exilus. She has a book called Revolution.
Mhm.
It's in French and Creole, where she writes a lot about Haiti, about poems. She's encouraging women to express themselves as well. Thank you so much, Joanne, for
Don't
watching
say.
the show and for being here as well and empowering other women to do great things in our community. What are you saying right now, Dr. Pierre? I want to tell our viewers is really what is essence of life. once you understand your true you, once you understand your energy, that's when you know who you are, in connection to medicine or in connection to any other things as well. So that's exactly who you are. If you're just joining us, our conversation is with Dr. Pierre, Ermion Pierre. She's a public health scientist, also registered nurse and professional coach in the field of energy medicine. Her new book, Mind Body Connections, where she's explaining her trauma, her life, and what she has been through throughout the earthquake that struck Haiti. As you are watching right now on screen, this is what Dr. Pierre was mentioning earlier, that you couldn't recognize her from before and the transformation. Uh, she's still standing tall as she lost one of her leg during the earthquake in Haiti. That's her with the family members as well, enjoying life. There is one part in the book, Dr. Pierre, if you allow me quickly, I would like to read for our viewers to put it into perspective. What you're talking about, fuel the body, right?
Mhm.
You mentioned nutrition,
Mhm.
lifestyle, and spiritual practices
Yes.
are vital to charging up the body. I want to
Yeah.
repeat that part because for our viewers, it's more than important, those elements, to understand who you are, right? So to fuel the body, nutrition, lifestyle, and spiritual practices
Yes.
are vital to charging up the body,
Yes.
providing the body with the with the necessary elements, rather, will empower the cells in our body, consequently increasing the chance of getting healed.
Yes.
Many people are suffering in our community. They are not healed. They are looking for for a cure and all of the places.
Mhm.
You bring it here.
Yes.
Nutrition, lifestyle, and spiritual
Spiritual
practices.
practices.
If you could
Yes.
explain that to me, please.
You know, we I said something in my book in the introduction. There is two models in healthcare. In health, I can see the Newtonian model that sees us as a machine. When the machine has a problem, or if a piece of the machine has a problem, you fix it. There is an opposite view that says we are not machine.
We
We
are
are
human beings.
more than machine. We have chemicals in our body. We have we need the nutrient in our body, but we also have something that
Hmm,
connect us to the universe. It's the life force energy that give us the breath that we are able to take every day. When we are born, we take a breath, and hey, we are alive. And when we have to leave, when we are transitioning,
mhm,
we take the last breath away and we go. Then that specific breath is the life force energy. If you are a religious person, you can have a name for it. If you are a spiritual person who is practicing spirituality, you have a name for it. But what is consistent? It's like we have something divine in us, we have something spiritual in us that make the difference between just having a physical body. The spiritual aspect that we have in us put ourselves in a position to have a three-dimensional, to see ourselves as a three-dimensional being: the
mhm,
body, the spirit, and the mind. Then when we realize that we are not going to be materialistic and just think that when we eat whatever we want to eat and we
Mm,
good.
yeah. And that's one thing that is also such a big taboo in our community, right?
Mhm.
We've been trained to eat whatever we can to
Yes,
survive, but
yes.
not understanding the way we eat has a lot to do on
Lot.
our lifestyle, right?
Lifestyle and health. What you eat or what you live out can make or break your health.
Hmm.
Then nutrition is that we need to eat, but we need to eat consciously. We need to eat to feel not only our physical body, but our spiritual body as well.
Wow.
Because food has vibration, food has spirituality too.
Wow.
Yes, we need to eat for that. Then, when I mentioned something about physical, uh, I said food,
You have nutrition, lifestyle, and
nutrition,
spiritual
lifestyle,
practices.
and spiritual practice. Lifestyle, exercise, sleep, leisure, any kind of social connection. Those are very important for us to be healthy.
Is the lifestyle? I'm sorry to interrupt, Dr. Pierre, because what you're saying right now, oh my God, I am so moved. It feels like I'm learning so much about how to be better. I'm seeing Muriel saying, wow. I
Yeah,
mean, if you can
yes.
understand the level of those information, it's just like it's a life-changing moment. And I hope that some of our viewers could, the life could be changing right now. When you talk about lifestyle, is that has to do also with who you have in your environment? Is that has
That
to do with
yes,
the energy that you allow to come into your life?
social connection. It,
Uh-huh.
we are what our environment determine what who we are in a certain to some extent. If you surround yourself with people who can make you laugh, people who can give you good advice, people who are positive, people who would encourage you, you're going to feel different. You will feel more motivated. When you share positive things, when people talk about positive things, their immune system becomes stronger. When you start talking negatively, anyone who start talking negatively not only affects people around that around them, but that person weaken his own or their own immune system. Yes. And there are tests you can do. If for ourselves we can do it, we can try to say positive things. Put your hand, if anyone puts their hand on the solar plexus, whenever you said something positive, for instance, if I said to myself, I love you, I feel my energy differently. I feel like there is some kind of, you know, something arise in my body and I feel good. If I start talking negatively to myself, I will feel weak. I will feel sad. I will feel angry. Oh, for some reasons I don't hear you.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I
okay,
thought I
okay.
wasn't. I was muted. I'm
Hmm.
sorry.
Hmm.
You mentioned a key element. I mean, two key elements. The
Hmm.
first one that I need you to explain more. What is
Hmm.
such amazing conversation? Thank you, Maggie, for saying. There you go. It's such an amazing conversation here. You mentioned that what we eat has an
Yes,
effect to us spiritually.
yes.
I mean, my nutritionist usually say like, don't eat anything heavy after like 8, 9 o'clock, before you pray. I still feel like when I'm not eating heavy, I feel great, right? I eat healthy. So if I eat something that is not too healthy, it takes me, especially red meat, right? It will take you 2 to 3 days to digest into your system. Is that a weight on you that make you feel uncomfortable even to connect spiritually? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. There is like something from the Chinese medicine approach. There is
Hmm.
something that the circadian clock. You know, everything in nature. If we follow nature, if we observe nature, we could discover a lot of things, and we can put ourselves in harmony to align ourselves with nature. The same way, when the sun is rising, energy in our body is rising. There are certain type of food that we can eat. Our body will be more able to digest them until a certain time during the day and follow nature. When the sun starts going down, there are certain food that we can eat in order for our body to align, to our energy to, synchronize with the rhythm of nature, of the universe, and we feel okay. When
Wow.
it's nighttime, yeah, when it's nighttime and certain type of food, we cannot eat them because our body is going to rest. The same type of activities, the organs cannot keep doing the same thing. They're going to be working hard in order for them to compensate. Then, when we put pressure in our organs and request them to work as harder as they need to do in order for them to digest the food, there's going something happen later on. We're going to feel weak. We're going to start like not digesting food very well. Our body is going to turn into something, give us signals telling us not to do that to me. But if we persist, there's going to be disharmony because balance is the law of nature, and
Hmm.
everything is in nature aligned in a certain way to have us, to show us, to tell us exactly how we should behave. Then you write, when you eat heavy meals at night, you can even, uh, have some nightmares. Yes,
Yeah.
you can, because your liver is not resting. Your
Uh,
liver cannot process things at that time. If you have heavy and really greasy food, there's going to be something.
yeah. Our
Yeah.
wonderful conversation is here with Dr. Ermion Pierre. New book, Mind Body Reconnection. I strongly encourage you, if you can buy the book at any platforms available, go ahead, purchase the book online. I can guarantee you, you will learn your true self. You will understand the steps that you have to take to find your true balance for your mind, to increase your energy and also restore your health. A lot of us, we are looking for other ways to be healthy, while Dr. Pierre is explaining to you that the what you're looking for is in the nature. It's right there.
It's
So, Dr.
already
Pierre, I
there.
wanted to ask you, what do you say to some of the people saying that energy healing is more than a placebo effect? How do you respond to them? Maybe lack of knowledge. How did you respond
Yeah,
to
it's to respond to that, I will have to consider like the political aspect of
Mm,
health. Mhm. Because it wasn't one day that people wake up and start saying that energy healing or any kind of, I don't like those expressions, but unfortunately, until now, it's what we have. Talking about complementary medicine or alternative medicine when they refer to those natural or methods that we use to regain health. It's a political thing. It's a matter of domination. We get there because of some, struggles and fight. and the dominant party decided to make the rules and say what is good and what is not good. I take an integrative approach in my practice. I do not discourage anyone to get to see the doctor and get the medication because they need to take care of the body, the physical part of them. But energy healing, it's not something, a placebo effect. Depends on the person knowledge, depends on the person experience. It
Mhm.
can be more than that. And also, there is growing evidence, and I can say solid evidence in the health literature to show, to document certain aspect or certain outcomes, health outcome, you know, of energy medicine. Then it's not, I said that in my book, it's not a mumbo jumbo thing. There are really authoritative scientists, people who have experience, people who are well known, people who have resources that have researched,
Mhm.
conduct trials, and to present the result and show people there is a different approach, there is a different way. There is not only one way to get healthy. It depends on the person's choice. If you are
Yeah.
curious and you want to experience things, you can open yourself.
Yeah.
Because at a certain time in my life, I was like this, and I said, no, I know only one way to do things. I'm not going to do it differently. Even when my instructor, one of my instructors, she was encouraging me, my nursing instructor, and said, you are so good with energy. There is a specialty in nursing. You can do that. I said, moi-même, pou mte sot Haiti, epi m vini ici pou m apray nan koze enerji, medicine, etc. No, 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 this is not for me. I didn't say that to her, but in my
Yeah.
heart, I said that. But later on, many years after, and when I finally understood that there was not only one way for us to get healthy, we should explore different
Yeah.
perspective and different opportunity. And here I am.
So
Yes,
here I am to congratulating you because, as you mentioned in the book, it's always good to congratulate yourself when you do something good. And
absolutely.
as a professional coach, you giving it freely in the book,
Yes,
literally to
yes.
explain different steps. Right, you have to be open to discovering the source of your blockage, become your own observer, practice the art of letting go, practice the art of forgiveness.
Mhm.
I want to concentrate on the practice the art of letting go. Most of the
Yeah,
time, we come in a culture, our Haitian culture, is we don't let go. C'est le
no,
mouri moun sa mbliye.
yeah.
But while you are not letting go, you are using a lot of energy to hold something back while you could use that energy to practice something that is amazingly great, is to be the light for others, right? You
Mhm,
mentioned the light, right? I used to practice, I think I still do, something called Maikai.
mhm,
Maikai is we giving the light. So we say a prayer. I
mhm.
hold, I don't know if you notice, you know about it. Oh, there you go. So I say a prayer and I hold my hand.
Mhm.
I can do frontal or any part of your body.
Yes.
And you feel the light, right?
Mhm, mhm,
And when you are talking about that now, it's making me remember. I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know that we have that light. And back in Haiti, people will call it like, oh my God, I don't know what is this, is this, that. But it is working. So going back to letting go, if you could maybe share as a professional coach, share a piece of advice to our community, to your future readers as well, right?
yes.
The
Mhm.
importance of letting go.
The art of letting go involve compassion. That involve required you to open your heart. Most of the time, we close our heart. We don't have compassion for others. When someone made a mistake, we have a death sentence for that person.
Hmm.
It's like nothing that person can do to redeem itself or herself. We pronounce a sentence in advance without even understanding the person perspective. We hold grudges, thank you both down. We hold grudges from generation to generation. My mom didn't, my family is not friend with so and so family, and my kid is not going to be friend with them too. We indulge ourselves in hurting people over and over. Then when we show compassion and understanding, we may not be, I do not ask anyone to be friends with anyone who offended you, but you have to come to a place to understand that the person was where, or this person was where he or she was, and did what coincide with the type of energy that the person is carrying. Then you, if you are at a different place, you need to show compassion and to show understanding and let that go. Let the person go in order for you to be free. Because when we do not let go, we are a prisoner. We are in our prop jail. We make a prop jail, a jail for ourselves. Someone did something to you 10 years ago, and you still carrying that person in your mind. You talk about it all the time, as if that thing was just happened.
Yeah. And,
What
and, and,
happened?
and and more you explain that story to other people, you add on to it, right? I'm
Yes,
explaining that to you, I'm adding on what that person did to me, and I go explain it to it. And you wasting time, energy that
wasting
you could be
time.
using prop.
And not only wasting time and energy, you are weakening your immune system, and you are becoming sick and put yourself at risk for any kind of infection, viruses, bacteria, and anything.
So
Because
the immune system, wow, Dr. Pierre, I'm
the,
so
the
excited. I'm
no
sorry to
the,
cut you off.
yeah,
So
the
what
immune system is really responsive. If we do things, positive thing, it react
so
positively.
what they've been telling us about the immune system is vitamin C, zinc. It's not only that.
It's not only that, it's not only the nutrient and the chemical, the
It's the
minerals. We need
energy.
positivity. We need to have our brains, the energy that is our thoughts, feeding our system,
Wow.
feeding our system. And you can see that if you are having a conversation with someone who is positive, or someone who is saying good things and positive things, you feel that your immune system is boosted. You feel a burst of energy. You feel happy. When you have something tearing you down, putting you down, saying negative things to you, you make a lot of effort to stay strong, but you feel saddened inside.
It's amazing how you're trying to explain in an easy way. It's something that is taking people a lot of time to understand that we are energy and everything that's happening around us has to do with the energy. I wanted you to give a piece of advice to someone who will consider healing or other alternative to heal, especially energy healing. What would you tell that person?
I will tell the person to do the homework, Thank you, Mumu. Mumu is my friend, Muriel Philippe, longtime
Oh,
friend.
wow. See, you have so many
Yes.
fans and friends there, and I encourage them, please do so. You need to have that book. I hope that Muriel already has that book. It's definitely a must. And I
Yeah.
can guarantee you, you will understand your true self, and you will understand that maybe certain pain that you are suffering is just a read in that is needed. Read
Mhm.
so you can acquire knowledge. You're telling me about the advice you would share with someone looking for energy healing.
Yeah, the person needs to do some homework. They needs to really understand what kind of modality will go or that can address the issues, because we have so many modalities. Not all of them will align with what the person may have.
Yeah,
That person also needs to talk, to discuss that with his or her primary care, and to be open, because some modalities can interfere with medication that you are taking. That's the reason why you need to be open. If you are taking herbs, if you have taking supplements, your doctor needs to be uh,
yeah,
in the loop, to be kept in the loop, because that is very important. And also, they need to identify people who understand what they are doing, people who are qualified, people who are certified, because sometimes there are people who are making so many claims, unfounded claims.
yeah,
You cannot fall down for anything and everything. You need to make your homework, read, try to understand, ask questions, in order for you to not have to regret your
yeah.
decision later on.
I feel that when we came to this place, what we call Earth,
Hmm.
we had the first mission is to find out who we are.
Hmm.
So we're making steps here, there. We
Hmm.
get things first from our parents, we get things from school, we get things from society, right? And the homework is to find out who we are. Once you find out who you are, you become such a powerful tool that no one can really break you. And once you understand how energy that you are talking about now works, it becomes something that is automatic, right? At least for me, there are certain people I would just look at them and they won't be able to come to my space. Or there are certain people I've never met, and we almost like we know each other for years.
Hmm.
I think same thing happened to me. Maybe you can share. I'm sharing that piece of advice, that piece of me. So maybe you can explain that to our viewers and as a professional coach as well. I'll go to events as an MC, so I'll pray before I take the microphone. So while I'm on stage, my eyes, it's almost like someone is guiding my eyes and my mouth. So I will go around, I will look, and my eyes will catch someone, and my brain will say, you need to give a shout out to that person. You need to mention that person to the world. And it just happened. And if you see me hosting events, you will be like, whoa, what? It's just like I feel that energy is by knowing that energy in me, that energy is guiding me through. When you talk about that energy, is that maybe how people can find out about that energy? What are the steps to find out about, especially energy healing, if you could, because this is your main area.
Yes. That part I'm going to do it in Creole,
Okay.
because there needs to be, faut me sentir à l'aise pour expliquer ça bien, et
Yeah.
puis pour
I'll
moun
do a
saisir.
translation later for our English viewers,
Yes.
but
Mhm.
that part
That
will
part
switch to
needs
Creole.
to,
Okay.
because it's very, very important for our community. It's very
Okay.
important for our people.
You
Et,
can answer the question avec question nan, comme ça, yo même, pour moun qui pas comprendre, yo capable de comprendre.
ok, ok. Énergie, c'est tout ça nous y est. Nous, c'est boule énergie, nous y est. C'est un boule lumière, nous tout y est. Nature, nous, c'est ça lié. Toute recherche qui fait, les regarder, nous gen même ça l'univers formé, matière qui gen dans l'univers, c'est yo qui gen dans nous tout. Ça fait, nous tous, nous pas connectés, nous pas senti nous connectés, c'est niveau de conscience nous, comme nous déconnectés avec spirit nous, mind nous pas connectés avec corps nous penser nous séparer. Mais nous tous, c'est tant qu'on web. On web. My friend, Dr. Ermion Pierre, Paul, thank you. It's my former co-author and long-time friend. Thank you for supporting me. Nous tous connectés. Dans la communauté, nous, ou bien nous-mêmes comme Haïtiens. Division cap touye nous. Division qui gagne, nous senti moun en haut pas senti yo connecté avec moun en bas, moun rouge pas senti yo même Jacques moun noir senti moun rouge menaçant, etc. Nous font paquet de bagages. Et dans le monde, même si c'est aux États-Unis, raciste, etc., c'est une grosse ignorance qui fait. En fait, nous tous c'est même, quelle que soit la couleur, peau, quel que soit salier, sous retirer ou font ti couper peau, tout sans même couleur. Life force qui gagne, énergie qui gagne dans corps noir, l'été même genre. L'LBC, nous tous gagne même maladie yo. L'eli monte li wo, nous tous gagne même bagarre là. Donc connection avec moun, l'organe énergie ou senti énergie. C'est que moun allié aligné dans fréquence côté ou même ou yo. Chaque fois moun sent ou connecté avec moun, c'est fréquence qui aligné. Ça veut dire n'a pensé dans même dynamique, nous utiliser des fois même mot sans nous pas connaître l'autre parce que fréquence nous la donne fait nous yon ka commencer et fini penser l'autre. Là vous me parlez.
On t'a dit que fréquence ça, énergie ça que nous y a. Est-ce que d'après vous même vous pensez c'est pas ignorance ou bien c'est une pigo erreur que parents nous yo fait, yo pas apprendre ti moun yo ça depuis petit pour yo comprendre que ça yo les quoi sont enveloppe que lié. Ça que nous-mêmes nous y est accouchons décrit là c'est une boule énergie que lié. Donc comme ça yo même yo capable comprendre connexion ça. Est-ce que c'est parce que yo pas connaît li grâce à li voix que peut-être yo capable connaître li ou du moins c'est
pas tout le monde comprend ça parce que dans religion yo apprend monde pour paix bon Dieu. Dans religion yo apprend monde pour capable marcher droit pour pas dans l'enfer. Mais yo pas tellement mette aspect depuis nous tout petit pour yo dire nous même c'est bon Dieu nous c'est Dieu nous y est tout parce que nous avons même nature avec ça qui existait dans l'univers. OK? Donc yo pas fait exprès. Quand y a nous t'a parlé question connexion, n'a parlé cause énergie comme si j'on ka senti connecté avec l'autre monde etc. Ça nous ka transporter li mettre dans situation et nous-mêmes comme haïtiens ni dehors ni en dedans division qui gagne Jean nous pas vraiment connecté avec l'autre en pile nan nous pas dit nous tout nous pas connecté avec l'autre ou bien communauté nous pas senti nous bon identité nous pas senti nous comme si nous bon bagaille nous partager ensemble ça li tomber dans qualité égrégore énergie nous créer pour pays nous. Toute qualité blague moun n'a bay depuis moun n'a besoin raconter une cause et puis montrer un monde qui soit vagabond ou un monde qui mafia un monde qui a fait mauvais acte un monde qui gagne façon détourner pour le capable utiliser l'esprit etc. faut mettre en blague ça puis montrer haïtien montrer blanc cohérent blanc fait 10 blanc fait et puis haïtien font bagaille haïtien bon bagaille ou bien chaque fois n'a parlé les noirs parler n'a dit comme ça pays ça pas jamais bon Oh, mon vieux pays comme ça, on bagay. Chaque fois nous répéter ça, c'est énergie négative, n'a ajouté, n'a mette, n'a plein bol Haïti. N'a créé égrégore négatif là. Vieux commentaire yo. C'est
Wow.
énergie yo yé. Donc, ma pral qui te parler, oui, qui
Mhm.
ça qui vient rive? Qui ça qui rive? Nous yon n'a voyé to ya sous l'autre, nous yon n'a dit cause négatif sous l'autre, tout autant gen négativité, gen plus distance, les exercices, les yon font recherche, yo gade. Tout autant yon moun, plusieurs moun qui tap qui en position pour yo ka transiter, pour yo mourir, pour yo aller. Moun yo qui dit bagay qui pi positif pendant yo nan période puis yo y a fait transition ou bien yo gen moun autour de yo k'ap di bagay positif qui gen a prier pour yo di yo jan yo te bon moun jan yo te apprécié etc. Moun sa yo aller plus facile et en paix comparativement à un moun k'ap jouer k'ap di pas connait bon Dieu pour ça bon Dieu qui te souffrir pour ça bagay moun n'a combattre l'a jouer l'a di bagay négatif moun nan bataille avant ka aller.
Je pense que partie ça peut-être sous permettre que je capable additionner un bagage pour là-dedans. Lumière par aimer ça qui sale.
Non.
L'autre traversée, et ça fait dans le commencement, on te parle de transit, là nous venons ici. L'autre traversée pour retourner côté sorti, faut qu'on retourne propre. Donc, sous tes amis propreté, les vins plus facile pour passer dans le couloir propreté pour qu'on aller. Mais si vous sale, faut qu'on nettoyer quand même avant qu'on joue une possibilité pour retourner. D'où il y a l'église qui parle de 40 jours, il y a qui parle de... Et bon, ça c'est l'autre débat que nous pensons que nous sommes capables de rentrer, mais c'est bon qu'on parle de ça. Dr. Pierre, où tu passé dans le tremblement de terre en Haïti, ou fait energy healing, il y a un pile haïtien qui a peut-être aux États-Unis qu'on y a là et l'autre côté à travers le monde qui ont même tout est passé dans earthquake, dans tremblement de terre ça, qui peut-être mentalement, spirituellement, je vais dire psychologiquement parlant, pour que jamais guéri. Nous avons profiter de l'opportunité ça pour ou même ou capable partager quelques conseils avec moun sa, surtout à travers bon dans livre qui en anglais qui explique ça. Peut-être qu'il était capable ba yon reconfort qui te doit peut-être gon parti nan koyo pour que guérir t'es capable de guérir.
Et on connaît nous toutes, nous chaque nous différents. Gen moun qui passe dans earthquake là, c'est tant pour pas te gagner privé yo. Yo retourner right back et to the activities and yeah, yo continue, y a fonctionner. Ou pas ouais yo gen ken signe, yo pas gen ken rien qui affecté yo. Gen moun comme ça. Gen moun tout qui senti toute structure yo dérangé net. Moun nan senti perdu et il pas même connaît qui gens pour le faire pour le retourner encore, pour le reprendre en route, pour le relier même encore. Ak moun sa yo m'ta remen parler. M'a parlé avec moun tout qui gade qui j'aime teye. Ouais, et dans photo ça, m'rivon côté m'pa konn ki moun mwen, m'ballonné, mwen enflé, m'pa konn comme si m'pa même connaît ça pour m'fa tête mwen. Mais yon bagay mwen te fait, lèm te dans situation ça, nou wèm chita, avec un pile livre devant etc. M'di kon ça que m'a besoin yon solution quand même moi pas jamais suspendre lire, m'pa te jamais suspendre à comme si camper pour m'pa apprendre rien encore. Et moun sa yo qui senti c'est tant kou yo mouri tout vivant qui continue à fonctionner. M'gon conseil pour yo. Tout ça qui pa tuer un moun, li doit rendre plus fort. Si on moun gen un événement qui rive ou, quel que soit événement lié ou pas mourir là-dedans, ça veut dire gon raison qui faut pas mourir. Yon nan bagay qui ta ka aider ou sorti en dedans trop Parce que son trou lié, oui, l'on tombe là-dedans. Il y a
Yeah.
une raison qui pour faire sortir dans trou, c'est pour poser tête aux questions, pour demander qui raison qui fait moi là, pas mourir même j'entends pour tout l'autre monde. C'est pas parce que plus bon que l'autre monde qui faut pas mourir, non. C'est pas ça. Ou pas mourir parce que mission pour côté fini. You have something to do. You've been given a second chance. C'est ça message là. Moi, l'homme vient te comprendre ça, moi comprendre que son deuxième chance yo ban faut me dégager pour me prendre et pour me prendre bien parce que à moun yo ben en pile, y a pas demander en pile. Si ou bien la vie et tout l'autre qui perdit la vie comme si c'est plus bon passer ou bien c'est bon Dieu puis Raymond qui fait ça ou bien c'est bon Dieu qui comme si l'autre moun yo gen malédiction, non. You have something to do. You have something to accomplish. You have a mission. Posez tête aux questions pour qu'on ait, méditez sur ça pour qu'on ait exactement pour qu'ils soient là, pour qu'ils soient venus. Instead of saying why me, ou rester dans place victime non, l'idiot c'est vrai, mais posez question dit why not me, pour qui ça m'pas ka venir entier tout? Pour qui m'pas ka venir entier tout?
Je pense que ça, c'est peut-être un plus grand message de motivation et que yon moun qui passe de yon événement comme ça capable de yon moun qui peut-être des fois veut décourager à la vie. Ou se dit
C'est
un
pas
mot qui
vrai
est important.
décourager, il décourager même
Qui
ou
décourage même.
décourager.
Ok, super. Ou dit une parole qui est important et qui gagne âme, qui gagne la vie là-dedans. On t'a remis retourner sous lui. Moun que yo bay plus, c'est moun sa gen plus responsabilité.
Certainement.
La vie, yo faut comprendre c'est un cadeau que lié. Mais quelque
Oui.
part la vie, c'est bon yo bon la vie plus. Donc ou gen yon responsabilité lo ap vivre pour produire yon bagay pour l'humanité. Pour faire yon bagay en plus. M'ta remon parler avec moun tan ko Jean sou mentionné là qui peut-être yo même senti yo découragé avec la vie, qui peut-être senti que la vie a pas de sens pour yo, bon pour qui ça c'est moi-même, pour qui ça c'est moi-même, alors que yo gen la vie toujours.
Yes. Moi sorti dans earthquake là. Me font première opération Saint-Domingue. Le me rentré aux États-Unis, yo te déjà dit ça, yo te dit Jean-Pierre hier, yo font opération pour moi mais faut gon révision qui fait aux États-Unis. Me font deuxième. 15 jours, 22 jours après, me tombé, plaie à relouvrir, yo couru avec moi encore. Ça fait 3. Dans troisième fois, pendant l'hôpital là, avant même moi sorti l'hôpital là, et moi dit Marim, te gon zami qui te vinn wèm, moi dit tout sorti avec zami pour moi, al acheter Live and Clex là pour moi parce que m'te fin sorti dans nursing school, me dit descendre l'hôpital là demain, depuis demain m'a commencé préparer l'examen. Et il dit m'pa comprendre non. Et ou semble son monde ou pas comprendre qui sort hier ou pas ouais situation là-dedans, me dit me comprendre situation là-dedans très bien. C'est tellement me comprendre ni c'est ça que fait me vle gen livre moi pour me étudier, me préparer l'examen, me pral prendre examen. Bon, il vraiment pas content. Il pas content du tout. Même comprendre qu'il pas content, mais moi me pas céder non plus parce que moi dans mission, me dit comme ça, me pas mourir, si me pas mourir, me fait pour me capable camper pour me transformer la vie, me le fini pour me faire ça que moi gain pour me faire même si me pas connaître ça lié. Mal prend examen nursing moi sous chaise roulante. Avec oreiller ou ouais, j'en chita sous chaise là, avec oreiller en bas pied. Moi rouler chaise moi, m'aller m'entrer dans salle, m'chita, m'prend examen, moi passer examen. Tu as tout dit, oui, avec vertigo que m'te kon gen. M'di, le yo bon moun en pile, c'est pas dans tête, m'te gen kenan te rive. C'est pied qui te coupé. Tête moins bon. M'di qui te me fait, ça qui bon qui te me servi avec lui toujours.
Wow.
M'prend examen. M'passe examen. Kounya la, m'pa ka travail, moi chita sous chaise roulante, m'bagay, etc. But, moi gen licence, moi. Ça ban mon motivation, m'a trouvé l'autre bagay pour me faire. OK? Depuis m'gen licence, moi ça veut dire m'tourner dans bataille encore. Donc moun yo, les moun nan découragé, lò non situation senti rien pas marcher pour vous ou senti rien pas exister. Voyez ou bien, gardez pour ça comme potentialité qui était. Ça comme potentialité. Te mettre dans la chaos seulement caché là. Bon, qu'on y a là avec réseau social. De bon moun gon téléphone ou ka fon pile bagay. Utilisez ça ti sacrété pour commencer bon confiance. Pour sentir ou gen possibilité pour tourner dans jouet là encore. Ou pas KO. Moun ki KO c'est moun ki mouri yo. Ya allé, yo pas là encore. Si ou gon chance ou tourner ou là c'est pour camper. Ou gen doit pas gen deux pieds? L'aime dit camper ya. On moun ka camper son pas gen deux pieds. Ou camper dans mental ou camper dans en dedans qui sort café ou pas qu'on ouais moun ki chita yi non chaise ou l'autre cap jouer basketball cap font série de bagay yo a fait et bagay mais me reconnaître tout environnement nous pays nous il pas offrir opportunité me penser que si m'était Haïti après tremblement de terre m'était trouvé dans situation ça m'était gen doit pas ta sorti trop bien tant que j'aime sorti jodi. La rue a pas d'avantage moins parce que pas gen route pour me circuler chaise roulante moins si m'était Haïti. Pendant m'a dit ça, me penser à yon secrétaire d'État handicapé et office bureau ça en Haïti qui était vraiment font paquet de bagaille. Et il t'encourager monde qui gen handicap. Et Oriol m'kwa c'est Oriol littéralement. Donc la rue a pas pour nous. Hôtel pas pour vous et restaurant pas pour vous parce que grand plus difficulté pas gen rampe pour aller ouais moun Haïti qui gen handicap yo moun so c'est héros moi même moi retirer chapeau mettez bien bas devant yo gen de moun qui pas jamais gen prothèse cap circuler dans la rue tout avec coach en bas bois yo bon regardez gen équipe ni femme ni garçon qui gen handicap. Son pas extraordinaire, c'est bien pour payer à te garder moun yo pour te aider ou pour encourager pour te ba exemple. Mais c'est pas ça nous ouais. Gen difficulté pour yon moun qui handicapé qui en Haïti qui gon handicap qui soutenir un handicap qui rete en Haïti dans condition Jean bagay a détérioré pour moun nan même si tu pas dit ou bay moun nan positif et parole qui positif ou dit puis bagay mais moyen yo pas là moi reconnaître ça.
Dans conseil ou gagner quelques bagay me penser que me pral répéter encore parce que c'est extrêmement important pas que moun yo perdi yo dans yon wow what a show today right ou capable pa gen pied et pour camper parce que ça quand dans là li pi faut que ça de yo là faut qu'on camper mentalement avant même qu'on camper physiquement parce que cerveau c'est lui même qui bail monsieur commande pour yo capable agir right ou parler on l'autre point là par contre c'est que moun yo bien saisi surtout mesdames yo ça américain en psychologie les self inventory ou encourager pour capable identifier ça qui bon la kaywa plus utiliser ça qui bon au lieu que ou plaigner de ça que ou penser qui pas bon la kaywa ou après gon ban moun qui gen pile qualité moun nan ka parler au lieu que l'utiliser parler là ou bien ka écrit pour le faire yon bien là-dedans mais plus appeler mon chém ka parler pas gen moun qui ban parler ou bien ka travail mais pas gen moun qui ban travail au lieu que moun nan lui-même li utiliser ça qui bon la kay li a pour li faire. Moi me faire télévision, me faire film, c'est là-dedans que bon. M'utiliser le plus, soumettez côté travail docteur Pierre, probablement pas capable de faire parce que m'pas pas dans l'hôpital, m'pas connait qui ça pour me prendre pas même qu'on non appareil, pas vrai?
Ou ka fait.
Ou
Ou ka apprendre.
peut-être m'ka apprendre vite, right?
Oui.
Même remet idée que ou encourager moun yo pour yo identifier ça qui bon la kaywa et utiliser beaucoup plus parce que c'est là force ou à cacher.
Yes. C'est la force nous cacher.
En nous parler, si vous voulez encore de livre là, parce que son professional coach, ou fait travailler ça très très bien. M'ta aimé que ou parlez nous, si vous voulez, I gotta bring the book on Diego, Mind, Body, Reconnection.
Mhm.
M'ta aimé que si vous permettez qu'on capable parler nous de livre là, projet qu'on gagne par rapport à livre là, et qui côté yon moun capable acheter livre là. Moi plusieurs commentaires là déjà qui dit nous, mon chen besoin livre là, qui côté pour nous contact et autres. Comme ça, moun sa yo capable gon idée beaucoup plus approfondie de gros tonton livre ça qui chargé en pile connaissance là-dedans.
Et oui, et qui t'aime avant dit ça qui t'aime dit yon bagay. Moi choisi écrit livre là pour pas charger, pour pas faire un gros livre pour me faire plusieurs jours pour yo appeler. C'est yon bagay délibéré que me fait pour me capable faire short reading pour mon yo ka saisi on bagay bien vite. Tout l'autre livre m'a bien pour m'écrire qui regarder type de best c'est même j'ai passé. L'aime garder pour moi en pile fois moun yo et yo écrit livre yo gen tellement de jargon, tellement de bagay là-dedans, il difficile pour moun nan saisi ça qui gagnant exactement ça pour le faire. Moi-même je voulais faire yon bagay qui abordable pour tout le monde qui a saisi livre, on livre, moun prend livre là, il garde, il lit ouais. En termes de côté pour moun joindre livre là. Et si moun aller sur www.mindbodyreconnection, j'en noué titre livre là hier. mindbodyreconnection.com ou aller sous li et puis gon lien k'ap mène sur Amazon côté que ou ka acheter ni ou bien electronic version nan ou ka gen ou bien ou ka gen paperprint et version nan mindbodyreconnection.com et puis ou aller là-dedans ou ap joindre. En termes de projet et Mind Body Reconnection me dit 4 steps to recalibrate your body, your mind, increase energy in your body, and restore your health. Chaque process yo, chaque step yo, pour compte pa yo, m'ka écrit un livre avec yo. M'choisi condenser yo, m'choisi condenser step yo, pour me capable bay moun yo on sorte de blueprint sur ça yo ka fait. Mais qui projet que me gagne projet ça c'est pour fi qui sérieux qui voulait font transformation dans la vie yo. Ouais pour faire des mères qui pour arriver à et moi gagne en 6 week en transformation programme pour le faire pas pour un pile fille pour 20 filles mais 20 moun qui senti yo bouqué à tête yo jan yo yé yo senti yo vle yon l'autre jan yo vle transformer tête yo et puis c'est 20 moun sa yo m'pa le travail ensemble avec yo et puis pour nous célébrer la fini fête des mères nous célébrer moun sa yo moun pas obligé faire petite pour maman ou pas obligé faire petite pour maman on moun qui m'attend c'est maman ou yé yon moun qui gon mari qui grand petite ou et a voyager sous ti moun nan wap bagay son maman ou yé et yon moun qui gen sœur qui gen petite ou pas gen etc. L'homme dit comme ça pour maman parce que nous même femmes haïtiennes nous maman dans différents gens m'pas nan bay fermé qui dit c'est biologiquement pour maman ou ka maman sont pas font petite. OK? Mais c'est moun qui déterminé, moun qui vle, qui senti yo besoin de transformation. et nous pral faire ça, nous pral lancer information ça pour la pral fait en ligne chaque samedi pendant 6 samedis. Mais ma pral bay moun yo de guideline, ma bay moun yo de exercice pratique ap gon groupe de accountability côté pour moun nous rencontrer, discussion etc. Moi garanti yo transformation a fait parce que yon nan bagay ki gen pour clear depuis on moun commence clean blocage énergétique ko gen nan corps. Là même on commence l'autre monde ou ka figure ap vinn belle ou ap transformer etc. Brain tout pensée nous gen dans tête nous yo genyen yo créer émotion yo manifester physiquement dans corps nous soit avec douleur et problème nan kou etc. L'el fini chaque type de pensée nous genyen brain nous genyen yon wave qui accompagne li nous connaît et waves yo nous connaît nous gen alpha nous gen delta nous gen theta nous gen gamma et gen yon wim sote m'ba sonje ki esiye chaque bagay sa yo genyen de molécules qui accompagne yo qui c'est de neurotransmetteurs yo ou bien neurochimical nous gen encore nous qui pour faire nous soit content soit fâché soit tomber plat à terre soit pas de motivation pour nous faire rien soit excited ou bien mesdames yo qui gen difficulté pour yo capable jouir sexualité yo comme femme parce que yo gon blocage te gon trauma qui t'est passé à un certain moment yo fermé yo te subi violence etc. Genyen gens naturellement ça m'a dit là pour connaître pour m'a guider yo puis connaître qui gens puis débloquer bagay ça yo et qui gens puis capable susciter puis et mettre bagay ça yo faire yo sortir dans corps yo OK activer yo dans corps yo dans training ça m'pa le faire ça m'pa le faire prendre mesdames ça pour me transformer yo pour me travailler ensemble avec yo transformer yo puis yo ka vinn sentir yo même encore parce que ça possible. Mais pour le faire, il faut que moun nan déterminé pour moun nan di m'bouke m'senti m'pa capable encore. M'vle changer parce que m'konne dans travail moi je pourquoi il difficile pour me joindre un haïtien. C'est pas haïtien seulement non, en pile étranger tout oui. Puis faut moun paka connecter à tête yo, puis faut moun gon bagay qui passe ou qui bloqué yo. Puis faut moun a souffrir dedans yo même si yo met un bref fait si a pris. Mais pour maman yo, femme haïtienne vi pi dur parce qu'on connaît nous même moun noir, nous gen accès à moins ressources, nous gen fait face à plus de problèmes, nous gen plus blocage, nous gen plus manque etc. Li extrêmement difficile pour nous.
Dr. Ermion Pierre, qui sont professionnels coach, qui aident plusieurs autres monde dans différentes communautés. C'est raison ça même qui fait que nous avons commencé l'entrevue en anglais pour tout l'autre client, tout l'autre monde capable de comprendre très bien ampleur où c'est un trésor international, si je suis capable de le dire comme ça, mais qui fait en Haïti parce que majorité travail ou majorité connexion, livre connecté avec monde un peu partout à travers le monde. C'est un honneur vraiment pour me gagner aujourd'hui avec nous, pour nous parler de œuvre, pour nous parler de travail ou qui est capable de toucher monde un peu partout à travers le monde. Ou parler de mindbodyreconnection.com, c'est là que vous êtes capable d'acheter le livre là. Au monde qui a besoin de livre là, si tout. Monsieur qui est capable d'acheter le livre là, ou si un livre là, même gens que moi-même, moi j'ai une belle signature. Je vais profiter de faire jolie. There you go. Can I show that on screen? There you go. Même gens que j'ai une belle signature dans le livre là. Qui l'autre façon, ou du moins, est-ce que c'est meilleure façon que yon monde capable de joindre service ou? Parce que monde qui éduque yo, qui vraiment met valeur sur valeur yo, comprendre l'importance pour yo gagner un coach. Moi, je ne sais pas combien de coachs que je gagne qu'on y a dans différents domaines. Pour yon moun besoin comme coach, spécialement dans l'énergie, spécialement dans motivation comme ça, qui meilleure façon que moun sa capable de contacter ou?
Et moun nan ka texte moi et dans i ka rele ou bien texte dans 786 786 486 62 13 786 486 62 13. Moun nan ka i ka veni sur Facebook tout, li voit un message ban moi en privé. Li ka voye un message sur WhatsApp tout. li ka ale ekrim et sou Mind Body Reconnection, li gen do a rempli kontak la, informasyon li mette, et puis moi-même m'a payé, fait suivi ensemble avec moun nan. Et mesdames yo qui intéressé, mesdames qui vle transformation, et moi pral faire un free webinar pour me capable expliquer yo sa programme nan apye. Tout moun qui intéressé, qui vle konnen sa lié, yo capable aller sur Mind Body Reconnection, yo rempli form nan, ou bien yo gen droit texte 786 486 62 13, et puis yo dit yo intéressé pour transformation programme nan. Et notion coaching, et li pa nan an dan communauté nou an, c'est pas tout le monde qui fin comprendre, ni tout le monde pas bay. Léo parle de coach yo plus familier avec football. Vous comprenez? On coach et football. Mais coaching, c'est un bagay. Moi, m'gen coach tout. Ouais, m'gen 3 coach. Ouais. Et coaching, c'est un bagay qui vraiment important. Dans tout domaine que on y ou besoin coach là-dedans qui pour permettre ou comme si bounce back ideas et d'eau capable naviguer water comme si l'autre des bagages vinn ou pas qu'à contrôler si c'est émotionnellement ou gagner si c'est business ou à monter il est important pour gain coach si c'est pour question santé ou il est important pour vous etc. Si c'est pour question et famille, etc. Il y a coach pour différentes qualités et bagailles. Ben, nous, on gens pas trop familier avec ça. Nous, on gens pas trop connecté avec lui, mais gagner un pile bénéfice dans gagner un coach. Parce que, tant que j'en toujours dit, ce slogan, ça y m'a prêté, la prêter valeur sur valeur.
Yes, définitivement. Et moi, tu quoi que, what a conversation. Oh my God. N'a parlé avec Dr. Ermion Pierre qui gagne livre que moi-même moi encourage vraiment à lire qui c'est Mind Body Reconnection, un livre qui apprend nous connaître énergie ou un livre qui apprend nous connaître qui gens pour balancer la vie ou qui gens pour capable balancer l'esprit ou et qui gens capable bailler corps plus énergie que le besoin. Sa énergie a lui-même et qui sont capables manipuler énergie en faveur et qui sont capables restaurer santé. Dr. Ermion Pierre qui lui-même était une victime de tremblement de terre 12 janvier qui est passé en Haïti qui perdit pied et qui kounya là utiliser ça pour capable motiver un paquet de monde un peu partout à travers le monde. Mais étant donné que lui-même, c'est haïtienne tout, donc il intéressé à la communauté haïtienne pour regarder qui gens quelques haïtiens que le capable motiver, que le capable mettre valeur sur valeur, que le capable encourager yo pour yo rester sur track que yo besoin rester dans la vie yo, que le succès, que le santé, que le énergie que ou même ou capable gagner. Si vous intéressé à livre là, ou pour aller sur mindbodyreconnection.com, les sous écran mindbodyreconnection.com, comme ça ou capable order livre pas non seulement pour encourager Dr. Ermion Pierre, mais en même temps tout pour même ou gain une ressource qui capable bon énergie, qui capable bon force. Dr. Ermion parlait tout de un projet, m'a très content pour partager projet ça qui c'est encourager au moins 20 femmes en vent et fait des mères femmes ça yo qui ont même besoin coach, qui besoin énergie ou capable et soit texte numéro ça 786 486 62 13 ou capable et texte numéro ça qui ou même on dit qu'on voulait faire partie de groupe là et conseil capable bonne information pour aller sur mindbodyreconnection.com quand on va capable remplir application et puis on capable participer dans groupe qui a motivé qui a expliqué qui ça la vie vraiment Dr. Ermion Pierre, I truly enjoyed the conversation and I know that we just touched the surface of what we're gonna do. The book will be around different places côté moun pral kagade yo et m'encourager moun tout si gen un groupe femme groupe différents groupes côté remen qui ont besoin connaissance ou capable toujours contacter Dr. Ermion Pierre ou capable toujours les livres là encourager le vinn faire l'autre travail pour il y a une bagay que me pense que les gain la caille qui est extrêmement bon que le pas mettre dans le résumé c'est que she's a great keynote speaker She's amazing at speaking
Thank
at
you.
places. So please get her out. I know that you guys want me there, but please get Dr. Ermion Pierre to be your keynote speaker. Sous besoin motivation, sous besoin l'explico. I'm pretty sure that she'll be very pleased to do that as well, whether you're doing that remotely or you do it in person. I think there's always a way to do that. Dr. Ermion Pierre, gardons contact ma est-ce que book là sur Amazon? Yeah, allez sur
Yeah,
uh,
sous Amazon.
li sur Amazon too. Yeah.
Yes, sous Amazon, la journée.
OK.
Qu'importe mon la journée.
Servita.
Yeah.
Yon nan baga m'a demandé nous, sou tap suiv émission ça ou acheter livre là, tant pris, voyez photo, copie livre là qu'on acheté pour moi. Ça bien content pour moi, m'bral font travail spécial avec ça. De pour acheter livre là, voyez photo, livre là pour moi qu'on acheté ou bien reçu, dit bien, m'acheter livre là. Um, I really want to repost that pour montrer qui gens que dans la communauté pas nous que nous monde qui apprécie valeur and là m'a parlé de valeur m'a parlé de crème monde dans la communauté pas nous qui apprécie et valeur. Dr. Ermion, wow, vraiment enlight. I spent the whole day depuis 5 heures du matin hier avant hier moi j'étais LA and traveling, mais vraiment pas ces conversations ça nous besoin beaucoup plus de communauté être capable de regarder combien de monde qui est vraiment content de conversation ça. Merci infiniment pour temps si précieux qu'on partage avec nous aujourd'hui.
Mhm. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Marie-Jude, Verville, Ménian, thank you very much. Et tout le monde qui était là, tout le monde qui supportait, j'ai un paquet d'amis que je connais depuis longtemps, et des nouveaux amis, des anciens amis, tout le monde qui fait cap découvrir tout, moi dis merci en pile
There
pour
we
ça,
go.
ok
Muriel say
là.
yes. You're a great keynote speaker. There we go. She knows you better than I do.
Then Ciara Belize, thank you very much. And I'm here, Marie Pierre, thank you. I'm here to serve. I am here to share the light. I am here to help people, to use word, to uplift my community. Utiliser mot pour me coller ensemble. Tout haïtien que me coller ensemble. C'est pas haïtien seulement, c'est étranger, mais c'est haïtien mis avant toute bagaille. Chaque fois nous paraître l'aide, nous tout gon bagaille qui passe qui fait nous l'aide, qui fait payer à l'aide, nous toute l'aide. Donc moi même si m'a fait qu'importe l'autre bagaille, même si toujours qu'importe l'autre côté, nous toujours à penser qui ça m'a fait. Comment m'a fait pour me contribuer et puis pour me faire Haïti paraître yon l'autre gens. M'te gon slogan le mwen tap travail dans state dernier state côté m'sot travail qui a dominance blanc 93% ou 95% blanc donc il était rare m'te joindre un haïtien et puis dans département côté m'tap travail là c'est moi seul qui était noir là-dedans qui était haïtien c'est pour fierté ça y est les monde qu'on dit ça mais chaque fois m'a marché chaque matin le m'a entré dans building nan m'te gon slogan pour moi m'di m'vini comme yon m'représenter 10 millions m'pas gen droit aller ouais tout ça m'te connais m'te gen pour montrer c'était excellence purité ouais comme si Haïti at the best parce que moi l'aime là tout le monde connaît haïtien mieux me représenter Haïti tout ça me fait sont haïtiens qui fait
Yeah.
m'vini comme yon mais me représenter 10 millions sinon chaque nous penser on bagaille il pas obliger ces mêmes gens même slogan mais sinon chaque fois nous font pas nous mettre pied nous en côté nous compte Haïti même j'entends qu'on roule à briller sont haïtiens qui briller nous haïtiens qui présenter donc on représenter nous toutes donc si m'ka gon bagaille pour me faire chaque fois me fait me connaît c'est un 0 mettre derrière un Haïti pour fond 10 nous trop content. Donc c'est conseil ça moi bay moun yo c'est pour ça là m'pas mourir m'quitter mon so pied Haïti. Ça veut dire Haïti dit m'gon so pas gen droit oublier m'di tout. M'gon mo so pied Haïti. M'pas ka oublier Haïti ni m'pas ka fait tant coup m'pas haïtien. Ni chance moi gen m'pas ka éliminer Haïti là-dedans. Même si m'fait m'écrit un livre en anglais, m'ka écrit l'autre livre encore en anglais, gen de bagay m'a fait, but son haïtien k'ap fèl. Parce que faut nous font gens pour nous capables ouvrir nous tout à l'autre communauté puis on connaît haïtien c'est pas cité soleil seulement lié. Donc pile haïtien k'ap fait il faut k'ap montrer mais tout autant bon masse critique nous tout a fait n'a mette non nous finalement y a dit mais gèle ça nous conseiller c'est pas ça lié. Il prend temps.
I agree. Wow. Encore une fois, merci infiniment, Dr. Ermion Pierre, le fait que
Thank
tu es
you.
avec nous aujourd'hui.
OK. Merci en pile.
Wow. Dr. Ermion Pierre, qui c'est un trésor. Et m'tare fini avec interview ça avec dernière phrase vraiment que Dr. Ermion Pierre écrit dans le livre. Are you ready for it? It's in English. Life change is about taking action. Even one single step a day brings you closer to your goal. Come work with me and give your life a whole new direction. I hope that today you are taking action. And I hope that you go to mindbodyreconnection.com to take action, to hear someone's story, and most importantly, to connect your mind, to connect your body, to connect your soul with your true self. Otherwise, you are still looking for your true identity. Otherwise, you don't really know who you are. She went to the bottom, the darkness, to find light that she's sharing with you right now. I really thank God for having her today, Dr. Ermion, on the show. Because as she said, I feel like it's important to share good stories, great mind in our community. Nous avons pile femmes qui font dans la communauté pas nous. Et moi, chaque temps, j'ai une opportunité pour faire une interview avec une femme valeur, une femme courage, présenter à travers le monde. Ça vaut un pile pour moi. Je souhaite que l'émission aujourd'hui a te mette valeur sur valeur. Je souhaite que l'émission aujourd'hui a te bon force et courage sur ta passe un moment difficile. Parce que moi, m'apprends un pile. Allez, non pas c'est James Pierre, n'a croisé l'autre fois encore pour une autre émission. Pas oublier, ou capable de joindre livre Mind, Body, Reconnection, anywhere, online, ou bien aller sur mindbodyreconnection.com. Passez une très bonne nuit. Bye bye.